OnlyFans is known as a platform of control. Creators choose what to show, they choose what to share, they choose who gets access. But sometimes the audience doesn't understand the difference between content and reality. Tonight, we're not talking about rumors, we're not talking about internet mess. These are real cases, documented, reported, and verified. What happens when the person watching you decides they don't want to stay behind the screen anymore? Stories of creators who woke up to strange noises in their homes, who found messages from strangers describing their backyard, who realized someone had been living above their ceiling. And in some cases, the danger wasn't online, it was standing outside their door. From hidden attic intruders to obsessed fans sending over 11,000 messages to armed stalkers triggering SWAT teams. This is the darker side of digital frame. And trust me, it only gets worse. So lock your doors, turn down the lights, and stay with me until the end. Because the last case, it might be the most disturbing of them all. And if you are brave enough to explore the dark side of real stories, subscribe now and step carefully. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, not because of loud noise, not because of a nightmare, but because something feels wrong. In Pennsylvania, a 24-year-old OnlyFans creator started noticing small things inside her home. Food missing, objects slightly moved, strange sounds above her ceiling. At first, she thought it was paranoia, maybe stress, maybe anxiety from being online, until one day she looked up and realized someone might be living above her. According to the police reports, a 20-year-old man had broken into her house. He didn't steal money. He didn't destroy anything. He climbed into her attic and stayed there for days. Investigators later said he secretly filmed her while she slept. He watched her move around her own home without her knowing she wasn't alone. The illusion of privacy was gone. Eventually, police found him on the roof and arrested him. Video evidence was reportedly discovered on his phone. But think about this. How long had he been there? How many nights did she fall asleep while someone was listening to her breathe? The scariest part isn't just that he broke in, it's that he didn't want to leave. And this wasn't obsession from far away, it was obsession inside the walls. And this is only the beginning, because the next case, it didn't involve hiding in the attic. It involved breaking through the front door. Stay with me, the night gets worse. February 2025, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. OnlyFans creator Sophie was staying in a rented mansion. A large house, security, gated property. It should have been safe. But one night, something changed. A man from Texas allegedly traveled across states just to find her. According to the police reports and news sources, he broke a window to enter the home. Not to steal, not to vandalize, but because he believed he belonged there. When authorities arrived, the situation escalated into a SWAT standoff. The man reportedly refused to leave and claimed the house was his. Imagine that moment. You are inside your home and someone outside believes your life is theirs. Police later arrested the 22-year-old suspect on burglary and resisting charges. But here's the chilling part. This wasn't random. He knew who she was. He followed her online, and somewhere between watching content and reality, a line disappeared. The screen was no longer enough. Now, ask yourself something. How much do strangers really know about the creators they watch? Because in the next case, it didn't take breaking a window. It only took thousands of messages and an obsession that cost $30,000. Stay with me. We're about to enter the mind of someone who believed a model was his soulmate, and it gets disturbingly personal. In the UK, a well-known OnlyFans model named Alice Goodwin started noticing something strange. One message, then another, then hundreds. And they never stopped. A married man became completely fixated on her. According to court records, he sent more than 11,000 messages, day and night. Messages about love, messages about destiny, messages about how they were meant to be together. He spent $30,000 on her content, but money wasn't enough. He began sending flowers, cards, gifts to her real home address. That's when the fear set in, because this wasn't admiration anymore. In court, the man admitted he believed she was his soulmate, someone he had never met, someone who never agreed to be part of his life. The judge described him as obsessed. And think about this for a second. How many messages does it take before admiration turns into entitlement? Because the next story, it didn't involve love letters. It involved photos taken outside the creator's home and a knife left where it could be seen. Don't go anywhere. If you want real stories that expose the dark side of the internet, subscribe now. These aren't stories you hear twice. For OnlyFans creator Ashley Schwan, the obsession started online, but it didn't stay there. At first, it was harmless messages. Then came comments that were too personal. Then photos of her house. One night, she received an image that froze her blood. It wasn't just her home. It wasn't a screenshot from Google Maps. It was a photo of her own backyard. And in the image, a knife had been placed where she could see it. A silent, terrifying message. I know where you live. The feeling of safety she had in her own home vanished. She later revealed that she had to move houses twice just to feel secure again. This wasn't an isolated incident. Other creators like Tana Mango have had fans locate their addresses and even show up armed. It proves one chilling truth. Online fame can bring real-life danger. The digital world might feel safe, but obsession can cross any boundary. And next, story number 5 will show a different kind of terror. When the stalker doesn't need to be outside your door at all. In Australia, a young OnlyFans creator named Matilda Baxter thought her biggest risk was online trolls. She was wrong. One day, while she was away from home, the worst nightmare became real. Thieves targeted her property. They didn't just steal small items. They took valuables worth $800,000. They knew what they were looking for. They disabled security system with precision. And investigators believe her online presence made her a target. Think about that for a moment. Everything you share online, every post, every detail can be tracked. And some people will cross any line to get what they want. For Matilda, her home became a place of vulnerability, not safety. The walls that should protect you can't always stop obsession or greed. And the terrifying truth, it isn't just about money. It's about knowing that someone has studied your life and can strike whenever they choose. Next, story number 6 shows a whole new kind of violation, when the stalker doesn't even need to be physical. They can exist entirely in the digital world and steal something far more personal than money. Imagine this. You create content online. You share your face, your expressions, your personality. You think it's yours, but someone else takes it. This is what happened to a UK OnlyFans creator known as Bunni. Using AI deepfake technology, someone digitally replaced her face in content, created a fake persona, posted it online, sold it, pretending to be her. And here's the horrifying part. She couldn't immediately stop it. The internet had already spread the fake accounts. People were subscribing, paying, interacting with someone who didn't exist. Her face, her identity, her digital self, no longer hers. This isn't stalking. This isn't obsession. This is identity theft taken to a terrifying new level. The stalker doesn't need to be outside. They don't need to send messages. They just need technology and your online presence.